Hello everyone, CIT135. Welcome to week 11. It is almost over. This week we're going to discover persistent data. So in this week's lecture, you're going to learn about creating an Android project using persistent data, understand the different types, understand shared preferences, internal and external storage, saving data using a network connection, saving to a database connection, write data using a shared preference object, dealing with the get string method, put string method, and image view control. So what I did here for this week is, if you look in your book on page, let's see here, I think it's exercise 11.1. So I did this one for the last CIT135 class I taught, so I actually coded it. All right, so 11.1 BMI calculator. So application title is Body Mass Index BMI Calculator app. It's a body mass, this is on page 447, a body mass index calculator app computes the BMI using a formula. So the algorithm is the first activity opens displaying the BMI1 PNG, the image with the title BMI calculator. So the second part of it is the first screen requests your weight in pounds to the nearest whole pound and your height in inches to the nearest whole inch, 1122. These values are persistent data using shared preference. So basically, think about this. So when you had either CIT111 or your CIT130 class in Java and you were developing a form application, think of back then when you just, you created your swing to create a GUI, and you created maybe a text box to put some type of value in, something simple. It could be math. You could have two values and two text boxes, and you click a button, and what's that do? It either adds them, subtracts them, whatever the case is. That's kind of simpler. I can't talk. That's pretty much similar to what this week's chapter is. You're being able to take two items, persistent data, whether it's static data or whether it's making a call to a database or in the future making a call to a web service and so forth. A good example is with the web services, some of these apps calculate your motion, and when you're walking it calculates the steps, and then it's using an algorithm to calculate how many steps you walk and then save it, and then when it saves it where you could view it on a website, it's more than likely probably going to use some type of web service to be able to transfer the data through the internet. So this week's assignment will be something similar. Definitely will not be 11.1, and I'll even post the source code on the Blackboard for you to see it. So I'm going to kind of go through it a little bit and then show you how it works. Actually, let me run it real quick and kind of give you an example how it works so you have a better idea. So let me go back here. My calculator. All right. Let me see if I can. All right. So what you do is you put your weight in. So that's my weight, and that's how many inches I am. So as you see, it's just two text boxes, and I'm gonna click the button for compute, and it tells me that's my body index. So maybe I want to go back and change it and say, you know what? I only weigh. Let's see here. Let's say I only weigh 110 pounds, and I am, let's say, what's 6 feet tall? We'll say 60 inches tall, 110 pounds. Compute tells me that my body index is 21.5. How they're getting that is the formula is weight in pounds times 703 divided by the height in inches, and that gives you what your percentage is. So going over to the code aspect of it, so you can see the code. As you see here, the activity BMI is just this page right here. It has a little pretty image in it, nothing fancy. Go to the text. As you see here, it's just a text view, your text name, wrap content, stuff that we did before, our ID text result. So it has a way to display the result, and then our image. Pretty simple stuff there. If you go to the activity BMI, That's the one I was on. Activity main, sorry. Activity main is the other one. So we have two XML, two layouts. This one right here has our two text boxes. Text box number 1, which is the weight in pounds. Height in inches is our text box number 2. It has basically a label up here. And then we have our button right here. It actually does something. So you can come down in here and see how this is all laid out. Nothing we're doing differently there. And then our Java is two files. We have our main activity, Java. So we have our onCreate here. We have our edit text weight equals that value. So we're getting it from the resource, the text weight and height. We have our button status. We have our final statement here, we're just share preferences. And then we have the on-click listener. So it's grabbing the height and, or I'm sorry, weight and height. And then we're using the put in that you'll learn in this chapter. So it's putting the information in. So that's it right there. And then our other file is our BMI. So as you see here, we have our onCreate, our text view result. It's taking our int pounds and it's equal to share preference. Like I say, you'll learn about share preference, and it's getting an integer. They get the key number to grab that value. So it's pretty straightforward how this works. And down here we have our values, our string values that we've used before, where we're able to communicate the stuff over left and right. Other than that, that's kind of this week's chapter. Just trying to calculate something. So the assignment will be a little bit different. It won't be used being my calculator app, because that would be pretty simple. You just copy and paste and boom, you're on your way. So what we'll do is just wanted to kind of give you an example. Over in the thing here, as actually I'll do it now, I'm thinking about it, is we will set up an area here called source code. So let me set that up now. Code. All right. So now I have a folder out here called source code, and I will, you can't see it yet. Oops, let me minimize that. All right, so there, right there is the source code. So that'll be where I put the source code at, and you'll be able to view it from this video. Any questions? Just let me know. Thanks for listening. Good day.